Hey guys, so I'm back. So I'm going to do another video. One of my absolute favorite sayings is let go, let God. And it's kind of funny because in the past, I loved that saying, but did I let go? Did I let God? No, because I had fear. Fear. And I did a video talking about faith being the bridge to all dreams, which it is, but fear is the opposite of faith. When you really, truly let go and let God, you are saying, God, I 110% trust you. And I have faith that without a shadow of a doubt, you're going to handle all of these situations for me. No matter what it is I'm going through, I know that you've got it, right? It might look, the situation may not look good, but I know that you've got the situation handled because I'm going to let go, right? And I'm going to let you handle all the situations. And when you learn to do that, when you truly learn to let go and let God, what you're doing is you are releasing all of your fears. You are allowing room for faith to grow. And the more that faith grows, the more your fears are actually released, and you're not holding on to any negativity, right? Because negativity, negative thoughts become negative things, right? When you are holding on to fear and you're holding on to negativity, you are calling in more negative situations in your life, and you're not really allowing God to do his work. Because when God says let go, let God, it really is actually a real thing. It's true, because that gives God room to work. He is able to open up. And for me, it's a personal relationship, right? We all should have that personal relationship with God. But what it does is it opens up the line of trust and communication, right? Because it's a very real relationship. It is a very, very real relationship. And when you let go, let God, God's like, hey, thank you. Now you're going to allow me to get in there and do my work. You open up the positivity. You open up and allow room for more positive situations, more positive things to occur in your life. Because when you are blocking your own blessings, it's because of the fear, right? It's because you're like, well, it doesn't look so good right now, God. And, nothing good is happening. I don't see it. It just looks real bad. And I'm like, huh? It's going to look that way, right? It is. It's going to look that way. But when I was talking about on my video just a day ago, talking about planting that seed, you have to trust, right? You have to know that it's all in God's divine timing. There is a specific rhyme and a reason for the timing, right? But sometimes we got naysayers and haters and all kinds of negative people out there trying to block what God is trying to do. And God's like, look, I'm going to get real angry if these people don't get out of my way, right? Yeah, and eventually he moves them up on out the way. And it's not always in a pretty way. That's all I'm going to say. That's karma. I did a video and I was like, I gotta delete this because it didn't sound too good. It was like, woo. Anyway, that was God coming out, I guess. But it's that, right? It's that. God's like, get on out the way and let me do what I got to do. Move, right? Because there will be people that will try to block that too. And God's like, look, you're not God in anyone's life, right? God is there to work for each and every one of us, right? And he, let me tell you, he does get real angry when people try to get up in the way of what he's trying to do for each and every one of us, right? And these people just come on up in there and they think they can play God, and God's like, no, get out of the way. So what you have to really truly do is continue to let go, right? Let go, let God, and just release release any type of fear or negative thought that you might be feeling, right? Because when God is working and He's working in the background and He is fighting for us, He's fighting our battles, we're not always going to see the good things that are like occurring, right? Because with God, it happens on a spiritual level. It's in the spiritual realm. And a lot of times people don't understand that. And I'm like, look, I work in the spiritual realm. And it takes a while before it starts to manifest in this world, right? Where you can physically see it. I know because I do have supernatural gifts and abilities where I know that what I'm working on right now with God is slowly manifesting, and eventually it starts to come to fruition and you can see it and you're like, ooh, okay. It manifests, but it's all part of learning to not block what God's trying to do, right? You have to let go, let God. It's about trust, right? Faith is trust. It's trust. It's just another word for trust, right? And if you're in a normal, healthy, happy relationship, you have to have that as a foundation, right? Because if you don't have that, your foundation and everything you build after that is just going to go woof and it's going to crumble, right? It's not solid. You have to have it. So I love that saying. I love that saying. I'm like, yeah, let go, let God. I finally learned to actually utilize it. I'm like, hey, I'm doing a pretty fine job of this because I'm sitting there going, okay, faith not by sight, but right here, right? Faith right here. I'm like, I don't see anything happening. But it's energy, and I read energy very well, and that is another gift that God gave me is I have the ability to read energy and people very well, very well. So it's that energy, and I see things that people don't. God, like audibly, sometimes I will hear things. Yes, I will see things, and I'm like, yeah, you're talking to me telepathically. Yes, I have that gift too, and it's amazing, and that's what keeps me going. And that's why I'm trying little by little to share my knowledge and my experience so that I can let people know it's real. This is real. And if you do truly learn to let go and let God handle your situations, your battles, your fights, if you let Him do that and you trust that good things are going to happen for you, they're going to, because it's very real. And I'm sitting there going, God, I lost everything. I have nothing. I got a couple pairs of shoes and a couple pairs of pants left. That's about all I got left of my life. But I trust you, and I know that without a shadow of a doubt, that you are going to replace it with bigger and better. And I know He is. I trust Him, right? But I'm looking around going, it don't look too pretty right now, God. It does not, but it is. And I trust wholeheartedly. So learn to let go, let God. Let go, let God. Let Him handle it. Let Him take care of all of your battles, right? Have faith. And just be positive and be happy, because that's all God wants, is for each and every one of us to just be happy in our lives, right? And when we know that He's fighting for us and working hard for us, we can be happy, right? That's what it's all about. Internal happiness. Knowing that God's got this, man. Let go, let God. Peace, love, and light, guys.